Yes. Hello, I'm back. And I've had a fantastic day. I woke up late, got to sleep in till whatever time I felt like it. And I went out with my friend last night and she's like, "Hey, I'm going to the beach. Do you want to come?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm so lazy. I don't know." And then I thought, you know what? Like, you love the beach and you have hardly gone swimming this summer at all. So I put my bathing suit on, I jumped on my bike, and I was there in 20 minutes. And I thought, why am I not doing more of this kind of stuff? And I realize now more than ever, I am in my soft girl era. And I know that's such a cliche thing to say, but I didn't realize it until my friend mentioned it to me the other day. And, soft girl era is more of just focusing on self care, prioritizing ourselves, and just focusing on peace, like having more peace in my life and just going with the flow and try not to force anything. And summer is my favorite time of year. I love summer because I love the weather. I get to wear my cute little summer dresses like I'm wearing today. I love swimming. I just love not having to wear so many layers. And everyone's just in a better mood because it's just sunny and pleasant. So also, I just have wonderful memories growing up of summer. And yeah, so I'm just like, why am I not enjoying this more? And why am I not really romanticizing all the everyday moments that I have in my life? Like I made an iced coffee that I'm sipping on. I've just been spending more time doing me, making sure like I do my face mask, hair mask, which I'm going to do definitely after this because my hair loves a swim in the ocean or the sea, and then just like washing it, all that kind of stuff. So I'm looking forward to doing that afterwards. But I would say, are you living your soft girl era? I don't even think it should just be a girl thing. Like, men should do this too. Well, we're always in hustle, hustle, hustle culture, trying to prove ourselves to people, trying to be better for, I don't know, always not even trying to be better, but more because of society making us think, making us more so because society tells us we need to hustle and be better rather than just wanting to be better for ourselves, which I think is much more important. So, some other examples of soft girl era or things that I like to welcome in this side of me that I realize I've been starting to do is, I've created a really chill, calm summer playlist that I call Summer Nights Like. And I even put like a little sparkly emoji because it just makes me warm inside when I look at it. And it just makes me feel so good. I just put it on and then I drive up the coast. And I think that's also one of my favorite things to do, which I realize, like, why am I not doing that more? Or I just started dressing in ways that made me feel more feminine. Because when I was living in Europe a lot, I did a lot of walking, so I wore more sneakers and stuff. And I still love wearing my sneakers, but I just really felt like I was just being so influenced by trends around me when I just want to feel like I just want to dress in my cute little summer dress. And if I want to wear sneakers, if I want to wear my summer sandals, like, I'm going to do me. And that's what I've also really realized. Another thing I love doing is I just stopped arguing with people or trying to be right, and I just let them, like Mel Robbins says, they wanna go and sit in rush hour traffic to go to this place in the evening for drinks. Let them. I'm not gonna join them if I don't feel like it. Stuff like that. And if a friend canceled a plan like going to the beach, I just decided I'm just gonna go solo. I went to the beach alone the other day and brought all the stuff I needed. Went for a walk and realized I need to get a bike. I have a bike actually, it was just broken, but I got my bike fixed and now I biked to the beach today, like I said, and met my other friend who didn't cancel on me, but I realized, like, I love the beach and I want to go swimming whether I'm with someone or not, and at least I can dictate what I want to do when I want to do it for however long I want to do it. And so should you. I also just stopped overthinking other people's behavior. I still overthink it a little bit because I'm only human and I'm working on it. But, if I really felt like someone was mistreating me or negative, like, I did give myself the space to just kind of sense it and realize it. But I didn't like hold on to it. Or if I did, I shared my feelings towards them or I just let it go. But I don't want to, most of the time when people are in a bad mood or they're not treating you well, it's because you aren't setting boundaries, or if they're in a bad mood and they project it onto you or their beliefs onto me or whatever. So I'm just like taking a step back. If I feel like someone's not aligned with me and how I'm feeling and their behavior isn't, I'm going to take a step back. And that's also another thing I've been doing. I also feel like I've been more present, being more mindful in the present moment. Like, I noticed, like I said, I would just get really agitated by people and I'd let it consume me. And I was filled with so many different emotions. And now, like, I do, like I said, let the emotions kind of go through me. But now, rather than it holding me forever, I'm just like, okay, if I'm feeling this way, let me go journal, let me go vent, let me do whatever I gotta do. But I let that stuff flow through me and then I let it out and then I let it go because I'm tired of spiraling over stuff that isn't even worth the energy. And I also, I tend to speak quite loud. I'm just very loud in general. And, I'm very good at projecting my voice just very easily. So now I'm just working on how can I speak a little bit more softer and listen to people. Like, what are people really saying to me rather than speaking and taking up space? When I'm uncomfortable, I take up space, especially if I'm with someone else or I can tell they're uncomfortable. I just talk more or I just keep oversharing and I'm done. So these are things that I've been like really focusing on that has helped me through this soft girl era and just show up better in my life. And maybe they'll help you too. And once I started doing and realizing these things, I've relaxed a hell of a lot more. And I'm really enjoying the person I'm becoming and evolving into because it just never stops unless you stop trying. And through all this practice, I just feel like I'm going to the beach now and I'm so happy. Like, I feel so good. I didn't even shower or really like do anything. I was like, you know what? It's time to, I'm feeling it. I got to record this next, video and everything. But yeah, I would say like the best way to really start feeling like your true self is just to start spending your time more intentionally, like alone in solitude. Now, I'm not saying you should just isolate yourself 24/7 because that's not healthy, but what I'm saying is just be more mindful of how you're spending your time. And this is the point I really want to make. If you constantly let the outside world dictate how you feel on the inside, it just becomes nearly impossible to create the life you truly want because your mind is being influenced, whether you realize it or not. And and it's influenced by what you're watching, what you're scrolling through on your phone, your job, the music you listen to, the games you play, like all of it. Oh, a really cute like bird of parakeets or never mind. All of it. So spending time alone really gives you the space to filter through all of that noise. And it really helps you connect with your own thoughts and feelings and figure out what actually feels true to you. And like what I just said, I'm feeling like I'm really, I know I love the beach, I love swimming. Why am I not doing that more? And now I am. And I feel so much more happy and at peace. So let me be clear. Solitude doesn't mean that you don't care about people or the world. It just means that you've decided to prioritize your heart's deepest desires. And so just ask yourself honestly, what do you actually want? Not what society says you should want, not what looks good on TikTok or social media or Instagram, but and not what your friends are doing. It's so easy to get caught up in other people's joy and mistake it for your own desires. One of my friends, for example, went skiing in Mammoth recently a few months ago. And I could tell they had the best time. For a second, I was jealous. I was like, ugh, I could have gone. That could have been me. I want to have so much fun, but I want to be a badass on the slopes. Then I had to check in with myself because am I being honest? Am I being for real? I hate being cold. I don't even like snowboarding or skiing really. I'm just convinced I'm going to just zoom straight into a tree because, I'm not that good at that. And it's not something that really brings me joy. I don't mind skating, surfing, that kind of stuff. And even then, skating, I was trying to skate when I was younger and I fell while going down a hill and it has, I've never looked back or I've never felt the same about it since then. So for me, those kind of sports, it's not fun for me. And I'm much more of a beach girl. Give me the sunshine, short shorts, being slightly overheated in a bikini, in sweltering heat. I want to be sweaty. That's my happy place. And that's just me to a T. And I'm good with that. So I'm not going to force myself to do things that I don't enjoy just because other people are doing them and it looks really fun. And I'm definitely not going to feel jealous or like, okay, well, I did like, and I'm definitely not going to actually be jealous or resentful if I put myself in that reality because someone else out there is doing it and it lights them up and that's their joy. And I'm happy for them, but I have mine and I need to be aware of that and making an effort to do it more, and then maybe I won't feel those like twinges of jealousy. Maybe in winter I need to go somewhere where it's warmer. I don't know. I mean, it's okay where I am now, but anyway, that's all I'm trying to say. But solitude is not about cutting everyone off. It's about finding balance. Spend time with the people that you love, your family, your friends, your partner, but carve out some time just for you, just to be, just to think, just to feel, and to understand yourself better, to do things that bring you joy and not just because they're trending or they're impressive. And like, that's why lately I've been chilling in solitude. I've been figuring out, who am I really? What do I actually want? And I've realized, when you're constantly wrapped up with the noise of the outer world, you just forget to check in with your inner world and what's going on. And what I've learned is everyone is operating on a different state of consciousness. So what does that mean? This means every single person in your life holds a different version of you in their mind. And that version is shaped by their perception of you, not necessarily who you really are. But now you know better. And you know that by spending time and now you know better. But by spending more time with yourself, you have the power to shift your own self-perception. And that's the shift that will naturally occur and start changing. And it will change how other people view you as well. And most people don't even realize that they hold this power. Like, we all hold it. We all have the opportunity to change ourselves. But most people, a lot of the time, they wait for the external world to change first, hoping that that it'll fix how they feel on the inside. But that's backwards. They don't understand that your perception creates your reality, not the other way around. So the world is not objective. It's deeply subjective, and it reflects how you think, what you believe, and the energy you choose to embody. So as you step into your soft girl era, your soft boy era, start evolving, and don't announce it and don't explain it. Just become it. Let people recognize the change for themselves, because at the end of the day, creating your reality comes down to one thing. Be the energy you want to attract. Know what you want to desire. But how can you know what you want to desire if you're constantly being influenced by what you're watching online or who you're hanging out with? It's not till you spend some time on your own you realize, like, how do I want to spend my life? How do I want to really show up every day? How do I want to be? And, I want to be a fit girl. I want to feel good. I want to attract people who are as ambitious as me, as confident as me, and who love themselves and who want to show up for themselves. And if you keep going and doing the same things, like, I'm going to go to a bar and I'm going to hang out with people who like drinking and staying up late and partying, and I've been in that era before, and sometimes I still like to do that, but those are the people at those places are not the kind of people that I want to attract. So if I want that life, I need to start acting like that and embodying that and attracting that. And I'm noticing more and more in lately in my life that I've been aligning more with how I want to feel and how I want to show up, and it's attracting new people in my life that I never would have expected to show up. And it's because I'm starting to embody a new sort of person and I'm becoming it. And I've even had in the past, over, I feel like the last decade of me trying, like, traveling and changing and, like living alone abroad in Spain and in Australia, in London, in all these places. I feel like, I come back home to California and friends are like, wow, you've really changed, or you're different. But it's funny, like, I never really felt like I was different, but it's like what I'm saying, your perception creates your reality, and then people start to notice it. You don't need to tell them. It will just happen and they'll feel it in you. And then you start to realize, are these people aligned with me? And are they aligned with me? Are these the people that I feel most myself with anymore? And yeah, it's just been a whole revelation of that. So to get back to my point, be the energy you want to attract. Know, like, spend some time with yourself to know what you really desire, and then get quiet enough to align with it. Start showing up. Like, I know that in my dream life and how I want to feel and be, I mean, I want to manifest. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I would love to manifest a decent amount of wealth, not because I want to be rich, but I want the freedom to spend time with the people that I love, to spend time doing the things that I love. And that's how I want my life to be. And even today, I had a very chill day. I woke up kind of late, went to the beach with my friends, spent some time home alone, just kind of relaxing. I've had kind of a stressful week, and I feel really happy and grateful that I have that time to myself. And of course, I'm working full time and all that kind of stuff, but that's how I want to spend my time. That's how I want to be. That's how I want to feel, and I want to go with the flow. I don't want everything to be organized all the time. Some days I just want to wake up and just flow, which is what I did today. So spend some time. Let your thoughts, let your beliefs, feelings, actions, all of it reflect the truth that you already are and who you want to become. Like right now in this moment, we are all true queens. We are all true kings, and we don't need someone to remind us. The feeling of being a king or a queen starts within ourselves. And when we feel like a queen, people treat us like one. So keep that in mind, and I hope that you enjoy your soft girl era, your soft boy era, your soft them era, and I know I am. So thanks. Mwah.